This is the Up and Down.
Brodown.
Welcome to my backyard. It is Friday afternoon, evening. Just got back from work. I'm gonna prep all my equipment here, get the bag ready for tomorrow. Brodown 2021. I thought I'd give everyone just a heads up of where I'm feeling pre-game, what I think might happen, how I think it might go, just based on how my game is, what Zach said, some other factors there as well. So, we're playing in Granger, Iowa at a course called Gesture Park. As is Brodown tradition, we try to find a course that neither of us has any experience at or has an experience advantage at. This definitely qualifies. Neither of us has been here, has seen it, or has any exposure to anyone who has, as far as I know. It's just a nice, good-looking public facility, sort of halfway between his place and mine there in Granger, Iowa. So, 18-hole layout. It's got some yardage to it. If we wanted to play the tips, which I don't think we will, we would be back there in that 6,900 yard range, approaching 7,000 yards. That is long for where we like to play. Not that we don't hit it long enough, although right now I'm not hitting it great, and I'll get to that. But we like to play at a yardage that is going to facilitate us to play at a reasonable pace. So we like to play in like the 63 to 6,500 yard range. We'll see what the tees are that align with that tomorrow. Big factor in picking the yardage will be the wind. So talk about the weather for a minute. It's supposed to be in the 90s around tee time, getting up to 92, maybe 93 by middle of the round. Sunny. So we're talking about warm. It's been raining all through northern Iowa, and for that matter here in southern southwest Wisconsin. It's rained all day today. It rained last night. There were thunderstorms this morning. That tells me there's going to be humidity as well. So not only is that air going to be hot, it is going to be humid. And if the forecast holds true, we're talking about at least 10 miles an hour wind. I think Weather Channel said 14 to 15 miles an hour, which means 10 to 20. Iowa wind is no joke. Obviously, that's going to be a factor. He plays in Northwest Missouri more often than not, which is a similar geography and a similar set of circumstances there where there's going to be quite a bit of wind. Although I spent a summer in Iowa playing a lot of golf, so I'm no stranger to the same conditions. I don't think the wind necessarily gives him or I an advantage, although the heat, I think, probably does favor Zach. He lives in a warmer climate, plays more golf in that climate than I do, and I've always been prone to call it heat exhaustion or higher levels of fatigue based on the heat. So I would give him a little bit of an edge for the weather. And there's one more factor in that, and that is that I intend to walk the course. I play better on foot, or at least I feel like I do. I play more actively, especially before fatigue really sets in. My hands are faster, I react quicker, I play more athletically if I'm up and moving. That has been a factor in my scoring, my ability to execute shots. The problem is, of course, walking in the Iowa sun and the heat is not going to be great. Fatigue would set in earlier, presumably. So I'll have to stay hydrated, have to stay energized. More than anything though, that's gonna be a mental game. So I'm gonna have to focus on really swinging the club, especially the long clubs and especially late in the round. I have to think about getting the club through the ball or else I'm gonna hit some block pushes. And that gets me nicely into where my game is currently. So Zach may be able to give you a heads up on where his game is and what he feels is his strength, weakness, what's going well, what's not going well. Where I'm at, I've had plenty of lessons this year. I think my wedges are the most improved over where I've been in the past. My ability to hit a 100-yard wedge shot and find the green and have a makeable putt after the fact is vastly improved. Obviously no guarantees.
Every wedge today, every single one.
There are still some pretty good misses in there as well, but my ability to keep everything synced up, turn through it all in one smooth motion, make good contact, and launch the ball the way I intend to is very much improved. So, wedges are strong. I would say that carries through and carries some truth up through 8, maybe 7 iron. It's from 6 iron on where it seems like, or it feels like the swing I've got right now, it's a little more work to get the club through and have the hands not be late. Essentially, the body runs away faster than the hands. That has to do with my hands going pretty long or adding on to the backswing, as the coach likes to say. So, looking to limit that, especially in warm-ups. However, driving range is closed. Get a good feel for what a full swing and good contact feel like, and especially with those long clubs. And then, of course, the longest club there, the driver. So the driver's been a trick. I have probably hit balls as far this year as I have at any time in the past 5. I used to kill the ball in 2013, 14, 15. Especially 2013 and 14, I hit the ball miles. You know, I hit it 300 yards, no big deal. Lost that. That's the big reason I got back into lessons. So I started seeing that my good drives were carrying 260 to 270. So I just didn't have the club head speed, and more importantly, I was not striking it well. So I wasn't getting a good square contact. Old video from 2016 especially will show that I'm over the top all the time. So I'm hitting that outside to inside swing path, open face club, big loopy fades, especially the back spinning fades. Hit over. That miss is still the miss. However, I do have the ability to, I would say, make a more complete turn on the takeaway. I'm going to do a better one-piece takeaway, make a more complete turn, and get my shoulders turned, which then gives me the ability to shift and get under the plane a little bit on the downswing. If I'm able to do that, I can get it on plane. I can hit it pretty far. There's a video up called Last Brodown, or Last Hole Before Brodown, and I hit a drive into a neutral wind. It was left to right, and it was a bit of a fade as a result, but that ball ended up 310 yards off the tee. Tee was only slightly elevated. Again, no helping wind. I think I got a healthy kick forward, but I was pin high on a 320 yard pin. So I feel pretty good about the good drives. I think it may end up being the determining factor tomorrow, truthfully. I think Zach's game will be what it is. He's going to be more consistent than I am. He'll have his misses in every part of his game. But for both of us, the driver is going to be the key. If we can get into the fairway at a decent distance. I'm used to not hitting fairways, that's not a problem. I think that was my first one. I've hit other tee boxes. We can play some golf and play at a pretty decent level. I want to say that, here's what you're here for, right? Scoring. If I drive the ball well, I could go low 80s, even in competition, even a little nervous. I could go low 80s, maybe 70 something. I'm reminded of specifically a tournament I played at Fox Hollow here, just outside of La Crosse. I shot 77, and that was with a lost ball, maybe 2 lost balls. I had a really good day. And that was tournament conditions, competition conditions. After the first tee, I lost a ball on the first tee, and I lost a ball on about the 5th, 6th hole, something like that. So 2 lost balls and still shot, I think it was a 77. Legitimately, I played probably my best golf, with the exception of those 2 tee shots that I've ever played. And that was, again, tournament conditions. It was 2 years ago now, but I think that's within the realm of possibility tomorrow if I hit everything well and I just get in the zone, get a feel for the greens, and play well. So that's on the best timeline. I go out and shoot 79, 78, something like that. I would love to do that. One day I hope that our games have gotten consistent enough and improved enough that we're out there shooting 70 something and winning scores are mid 70s to high 70s losing scores. We're not there yet. As you may or may not know, the winning score 4 out of the last 5 years has been an 88. I would not be surprised if tomorrow, especially given the wind conditions, I would not be surprised if tomorrow has the same sort of result. I doubt it will be a low scoring, fire at the pin kind of day. I think 86 probably wins tomorrow. Zach is more than capable of shooting 86. Whether or not he does might determine whether or not he's the victor. Given the wind conditions, I'll say I'm going to shoot. Again, going back to driver. Good driving day, I'll shoot 82, 83. Bad driving day, you're looking at a score in the 90s again.
Well, hey guys, I'm cleaning my clubs, scrub my grips up. It's gonna be hot and sticky, so Travis asked me to do a little pregame video, whatever. Tomorrow's Brodown 11. And it's crazy to think of all the different things that have changed in our lives in the past 11 years. Both of us become dads, and this would have been, I can't remember the first one if I had been married, just married, or was about to be married, but so things have changed quite a bit in that way. But just thought, give you some thoughts on the round and my game and life and those types of things. So, this summer, I used to really, we caught the bug. I started playing when I was 17, went out with a friend, and just really loved how far a golf ball went when you hit it. Coming from baseball, it's like 3 times as far when you smoke it. And really loved that. Watched seeing a ball snake into the hole in a putt, and just really kind of fell in love with it immediately. And then had the opportunity to play college baseball and just pitching though. So they took my bat away, so there was no longer the stigma of you'll lose your baseball swing. So, but where I really caught the bug was when I got it for free. I've always been a little bit frugal, and so when I worked maintenance in Zinga Lake back in Maryville, where I live, which is here by the way, I had free golf, and so I'd work maintenance in the morning, and I'd run off straight to the range and start pounding balls. And so ever since then it's been a bug of mine, and I enjoy it. But I used to be very systematic about it. I thought, maybe I'd work my way into playing in some amateur tournaments, or I don't know what the aspiration was, but I was very, very serious and results-based driven, and that was kind of a so that led to what could be a pretty frustrating road, especially because I was too prideful to get lessons or figure out my faults. So I just kept hitting huge slices, even though I would mash the ball and have all kinds of ball speed. So I had to learn, that's
gone, right?
My expectations need to change, or I need to change the way I do it. And so built a decent foundation over a number of years with my swing. But now that I work, I'm not in education anymore, so I don't have summers to play as much. I play socially with coaches as I serve with the fellowship of Christian athletes. And so, I really got to where I don't play golf swing very much. I've probably hit 6 buckets of balls this summer, maybe. I've played a lot more than that, whereas it used to be buckets to play ratio is a lot different. So my expectations aren't overall super high. I've had a couple nice little 9-hole stints. I haven't played 18 holes. I don't know that I've played 18 holes this whole year. So endurance will probably be a factor too. Looks like the course is pretty tight as well, so we'll see what that does. But golf's an amazing sport in that it's just you and the ball. And yeah, I'm playing Travis, but really I'm playing the golf course. And so if someone messes up, it's gonna be my fault. It's not gonna be anyone else's, and I've got to deal with it. And golf reveals character. It reveals your level of confidence. If you're not confident over a ball as you chip, it's an exception to the rule that you'll hit a good shot. And so it very much reads your mind and your thoughts, which is a beautiful thing too. So, but I just hope that I can come in pretty confident. 2 buckets ago, I had a really good bucket, and then I hit one yesterday. It was a little more inconsistent. Hoping I can trust my driver some and not just go 3-iron, 3-wood a lot off the tee, but I'm going to do whatever it takes to get the ball going forward and not out of bounds. I hate losing balls off the tee, so we'll see what happens there. Otherwise, I don't know. I just enjoy it. I enjoy spending time with Travis, and if I beat him, great. If I don't, that'd be okay too. I'll get frustrated. I'm competitive, but not near as much as I once was. And I really enjoy taking my kids out now too. So I'll be playing golf a long time, whether I play good or not. But yeah, so that's kind of just my thoughts, I guess. And I'm hoping I can keep the ball down out of the wind and make some putts. I feel really good about my putting game. Just made an adjustment where I look 3 or 4 inches in front of the ball, and it's made me a lot less yippy. So my ball starts on line a lot better. And it's definitely built some confidence going in too. So I'm hoping that can kind of negate some of the nerves. But for me, there's definitely no comparison as far as nerves and competition anymore in my life than when I entered that first tee against my little brother. And so I'm sure he would say the same. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I would be tickled to shoot low 80s. I've never broke 80. I think I'm capable, but I've never done it. And if Travis and I both played in low 80s, or one of us broke 80 and the other one played down close to that too, I'd be happy. I don't care. Just want to play well, and it's always a good test to pull up on a golf course you've never played before, and give it a test and see, hey, how's my game? How's my traveling handicap? So, yeah. Hope you enjoy our match this year, and I guess we'll just have to see what happens. We'll have to play it out from here.
I do feel like I can win tomorrow. Close Brodowns have gone both ways. I've been able to come back and win, having been down 1 or 2, especially on the back 9, like 2019. What I have not really done is come back from a less than stellar front 9 to play better golf on the back 9. Or at least what felt like better golf. I don't think, especially playing on foot versus Zach, who's going to be playing in a cart, I feel like the front 9 is my opportunity to score reasonably well, go single digits over par, and have ourselves a game to play on the back 9 instead of one of us being mentally checked out. That has been an issue in the past. Obviously, if somebody gets out to a lead of 7 or 8 strokes, it just feels over. And whoever's in the lead can then just coast and hit, mid-irons off tee boxes and just not lose balls, and they can limp it in to win. What both of us seem to want is a relatively low score and nobody upset at the way they played. What both of us want is for someone to win the Brodown, not someone to lose the Brodown, which I don't think we've ever had one that you could say, well, the player who finished in second didn't lose the Brodown. They played as well as could be expected. Player that ended up winning, brother that ended up winning played better because they played well. I don't think anybody has ever won a Brodown so much as someone has lost a Brodown. So with that in mind, I think one big goal for tomorrow is to not lose the Brodown, to play in a way that the other player wins the Brodown. That's what I hope happens. Folks, it's anyone's guess. Brodowns always are. My game is not as rock solid as I would prefer it to be. Obviously, golf is about being as good as you can. We're not there, either of us. It will depend on whose game shows up that day, who just has it in their hands to hit better shots, to hit better putts, who can read the greens better, who can deal with the wind better, and of course the heat. But the mental stress of a Brodown, where we both just want it so bad, that's what makes the Brodown special. That is what sets the Brodown apart from a round of golf with buddies, or even a tournament round in the local stroke play events, the TRGA. Tournament day is, it can be stressful. That first tournament I ever played in, I was nervous. I was not as nervous as I get in the Brodown. You feel it in your hands, you feel tingles, you feel your heart gets tense, you feel the anxiety build up. you have to control your breathing. You have to control your thought processes. It's about self-control and how you handle the mental pressure of, staring down like, I need to hit a good shot off this first tee box, or I need to make a par or two here to bring it back close. Nobody plays dirty in the Brodown. There's no gamesmanship.
Good night. Yep. Pretty good.
The club, it's not needed. Zach and I are both our own best cheerleader and worst enemy in terms of how we accelerate and play better, or decelerate and fall off a cliff and play worse. We can kick ourselves while we're down. We don't need help from the other player to do so. And that, honestly, is what makes the Brodown special. The scores, obviously, they are not what you'll see on TV on Saturday or Sunday on the Golf Channel or on your CBS feed. They are amateur golf scores, but we were playing amateur golf under, I would say, the most tense conditions that we could create. It's funny, I think either of us could probably play without the other one in the mix at all and play way better. It's that sibling rivalry. The Brodown brings out a desire to be your best.
All right, welcome to the 2021 Brodown. We're at the driving range in Jester Park. However, the driving range is closed for maintenance. So just like in 2015 at Duncan Hills, in 2019 at Indian Creek in Omaha, we have no driving range to start the round. So we're gonna see what sort of short game work we can do here. I've hit some putts, I'll hit some more putts. I'll try to get some medium range wedges and get a feel for contact, but then we're gonna hit the course. So a little bit different. Things aren't going to plan here yet. Trip down was great, drove through some thunderstorms, but got here in plenty of time to get comfortable and settled and find out we have even more time than we thought. So yeah, we'll see where this goes. A little short game work and we'll see how that starts us off. It's real hot. I think this is one of the hottest, if not the hottest matchup. Full of Cobb salad from Chick-fil-A. Got my new Mizuno balls out. We'll see how that goes. Definitely bummed out. Don't get to take some full hacks before, but I don't know, it'll be good. And looks like the greens are pretty quick. They look like they're in really good shape too, which is awesome. It's always nice to play on good greens. So I'm hoping the elevation changes aren't like they are on the practice putting green, because they're crazy. It'll be really hard to make anything from above the hole. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't have much else to say from yesterday, so just look forward to playing a new course. Should be fun. How you feeling? Fine. Yeah, I feel fine. There's maybe a little nervous, but it's just golf. Not any hot takes till I get on the course, then I'll have plenty to say, I'm sure.
Now up on the number 1 tee, I can have the Weston twosome paired with the McFarland single.
I'm going to give a couple of quick chats to the camera tomorrow. Maybe on the course we'll see the setup that I've got hardware-wise. We've got several cameras, a good microphone or two. We're going to have some good media coming off the course. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy watching us struggle through, watching us battle each other, but more so ourselves. You might recall last year, Zach talked about how he felt, or going back to 2018, this is our Sunday at Augusta. These are the nerves, the most nervous I get all year, honestly. There's nothing that makes me as nervous as a Brodown. And that shakeup is exactly what I need, and that's what I love about it. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your interest in what we're doing here. I hope you enjoy it. I hope Zach and I both enjoy it as well. We'll see. We'll see you out there. Thanks.